What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I'm Antoine.
And I'm still James.
And we are reviewing episode 4 of Loki, the Nexus.
Say it like that?
I don't know. Something I remember hearing it like that somewhere. I forget. It'll come to me. But we are reviewing episode 4. We're keeping to our schedule and reviewing these every Wednesday. But before we do our review, we got intro. Are we spoiling this or what? I don't know.
I mean, because
It's a direct spoiler for some.
like
at
the only,
end.
pretty much the only things worth talking about are spoilers.
Okay, so this is a spoiler review, and we're not getting that many views on these anyway, so we spoil it for you. Hey, maybe should have stayed away. No. But no, we tell you now, we just gonna kind of talk about everything, and we're gonna spoil it because what's the point? Anyway, so we left off episode 3 where they was in they was on some planet that was about to be destroyed.
Momentous 4 or something.
Yeah, and every plan they came up with didn't work.
Yeah.
It was both of the Lokis. This is the female Loki, which is Sylvie, and he's Loki. It was just, let's talk about this. We had a whole conversation about this. About them being the same person.
Yeah.
Could a person actually fall in love with themselves or whatever? And it's not, to me, it's not really him liking himself because she is, and you did mention this, she is for real not him.
Yeah.
Like when he talked to her, they ain't got nothing in common for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, where's the connection between her being? I mean, she mentioned that she's from Asgard, and same thing happened to her. She just a Loki that's from a different timeline or whatever. And it's like, okay, if we supposed to be like the kind of the same person, where is that connection?
Yeah. Like everything that makes him who he is, she skipped out on. Like she was never lied to about what her origin was. She
Yeah.
didn't grow up in Thor's shadow.
Right.
So like everything that makes him the asshole we know and some of us love, she didn't get that.
Right.
So
Yeah, I mean, and I guess I don't see a problem with them having a relationship. How you feel about them? Okay, they're not in a relationship. Let me rephrase that. They had a moment
right.
that was kind of like, and Loki seemed to be kind of, I thought she was enchanting him at first
Yeah.
because she had her, I guess they thought they was going to die. So, I mean, it's like, well, that's when I thought we was going to die, It's like, so they thought they was going to die. So they kind of was holding hands, and Loki seemed to be like.
Had some weird eye contact.
I think this is he genuinely felt like he liked her. You know what I'm saying? Usually, I bet she probably tell women bull crap to get them in bed or whatever.
And men.
Okay, well, we ain't going to go there. But let's just say.
This is the
Loki,
first real connection he's had.
Right, because usually it's always bull crap.
Yeah.
And so let's just say they was about to, the plan's about to be destroyed. They shared their last moments. They held hands, and Loki felt like he just like, I think I love her. I don't know if he say love her, but I just sensed that it was something there.
I mean, it wouldn't be the weirdest relationship he's.
Right. It's just the fact that they keep saying it's you. Other than that, I feel like they setting up for them to get together.
And like I think we talked about this earlier, like around episode 2. Like Loki is the kind of person who would fall in love with himself.
Right. Which they mentioned that where they call him a narcissist.
Yeah.
What's his name? Morbius.
Yeah.
Mobius is like, you just a narcissist that fell in love with yourself. And he's like, whatever, dude. But no,
like I think part of it for Loki is that he does see in Sylvie a version of himself that's not caught up in his own bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, it's kind of like when you, like, because sometimes you see people have friendships like this where they put the other person up on a pedestal. Like, no, you don't understand. Like, how good they are, and it's just a person, dude. Calm down.
I'm guessing maybe he feel like he was made the way that way, where he feel like because the things he went through made him like that, opposed to you didn't go through the stuff I went through, so you the version of I could be,
And she kind of gives him a bit of hope for that because, like, he's been told, no, this is what all Lokis are.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen so many different kind of Lokis, and you're all the same. And then he sees her, and it's like, she's nothing like me.
Yeah, right.
So Lokis can change.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like, is he gonna embrace being? This is kind of like their quest to make him an anti-hero. Where so I'm like, okay, he always been a villain. He was a villain in the comics. Being okay, but look, hear me out. Being the god of mischief and all that stuff, that's what you are.
Yeah.
They just making him misunderstood and stuff.
Well, I think what they're doing, and this is something they've done recently in the comics as well, is to say, oh, you're not a villain. You're just an asshole.
Yeah, but you're only that way because people did you wrong, not because you're actually evil.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like even to say like, everything he did was just him being an asshole. He didn't care if it looked like villainy, And now they've taken him to this space where it's like, I'm a serious asshole. I should probably do something. Because that's kind of the character arc where it's like he has to get to the point where he's doing it for him. He's being an asshole because he thinks it's fun.
Yeah, but
rather than
look at this picture right here. So I feel like
that's the Loki I'm waiting for.
That's what I want to see, and I feel like we're gonna get all this stuff, and we gonna be like, come on, don't do it. Stay right.
Like I think what
he gonna just screw everybody over. Come on,
it's
what
me.
you expect?
It's me, baby. But I think what I kind of hope they'll do is take Logan and say, okay, you've been doing this like as a cry for help from a child who feels alone, all this other psycho babble BS, and now it's like, you do actually enjoy doing this stuff, so you're going to keep doing it, but you're going to do it for you now.
Yeah.
It's like, because I like the idea of having Loki available to do Loki type of things. Like, because Loki as an anti-hero doesn't function very well.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I was going to talk about this. Characters like Loki, like Wanda, Vision, they were favorite characters of casuals.
Mm.
And when I started thinking about that, I said, we, as fans of the material, we wanted to see Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Hulk. And guess what? Well, casuals, they go see it with us, and who they latch on to? The other characters, the side characters that and I just started to think, this is what casuals want. This ain't what we want. That's why I was like, why am I not feeling it? Because this is what a casual, they latched on the characters that they're not supposed to latch on to.
Well, I mean,
what I'm saying is the characters that built it, that we laid all the groundwork and built it up with. No, and then they was like, oh, well, they got a brother that he's nobody. He's just there to make him look cool or whatever. But hold on, let's see the brother. So, because think about it, Loki is more popular than Thor.
Yeah,
that's not supposed to be.
Yeah. But you know what? I tend not to have that big of a problem because it's basically just a reversal of why the Avengers worked in the first place in the comics. Where it's like no one wants to see these characters. Let's throw them all together and have that chaos bring people in. Because Iron Man wasn't selling back then.
No. Well, to my knowledge, that was just the roster of the best heroes they had that wasn't already
Well, no,
on
like
the team.
the first
for Marvel.
the first Avengers team was all of these characters are underselling. We cannot continue wasting money giving them all their own books.
Right.
So we're going to put them in the
together.
same comic, and then that raised their profile, and they could go back and give them their own comics again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I got you. But my point is, characters like Wanda and Loki and all that. Did we ever ask to see that? Like before the superhero genre became a main thing, would you be asking for a Loki or a Wanda or a Vision?
Tom Hiddleston is the reason that Loki's so popular,
right?
Wanda, I prefer Wanda in the comics to Wanda in the MCU. So like, but then again, I also prefer Wanda as sort of a Deus Ex Machina plot device than a character.
But my whole thing is, it's these casuals. Or I heard I was at work one time, and this lady that don't fit the profile of a person that would be into Marvel was watching the WandaVision on her tablet, and I was like, oh, she in the WandaVision, huh? And it was like she couldn't tell me nothing about nothing Marvel, but she liked WandaVision.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing though. Is like that's kind of the price you pay for going mainstream.
Right. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying this is more for casuals than the hardcore fans to me.
Well, like I look at this the same way I look at Ultimate Marvel, right? If you're an old school Marvel head, Ultimate Marvel probably isn't for you. If you're a kid that doesn't know anything about Marvel and the Ultimate Comics was just coming out, this is how you can get into comics that are Marvel-esque, I look at this the same way where it's like, look, you're not really the type to go and read a comic book yet, but hey, we're making these really cool movies and shows. Maybe you want to check them out, and you might get into some stuff. You might find out you like some of these characters.
Okay, so let's talk about to the end. They survive. Spoiler alert! They survived the cataclysm, whatever, and they went back to TVA, and they finally get to meet the timekeepers. And oh my God! And I said this is a spoiler. So we meet the timekeepers.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
And look, and I was telling you, and where I've been complaining about this, these timekeepers look cartoonish. I said, oh, this is a joke. The three lizard dudes or whatever. I was like, man, they look. I'm like, okay, if this supposed to be one of them came to conquer it, he looks stupid.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna take him serious if that's him.
Like, to be fair, Kang has always looked stupid, but he looks especially stupid here.
What do you mean with his TV monitor head? Like what is it? What is that outfit
with his elf jumpsuit?
Elf jumpsuit with a TV monitor head with a blue face. Like what the hell do you have on? This is fashionable and
in the future everyone will dress like this.
In 4027, this is the shit.
Sure. You don't understand. This is what Gucci looks like now. Okay, dude.
So they get to see them, and spoiler alert, it's like it's Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And I was like, because when they got there, and I'm looking like, what is this crap? They got three dudes sitting on the throne. It's like they just went to a basement. Three dudes sitting on the throne, and they talking. And
it's a great room.
Somebody knocked their head off, and it just cut the commercial. So it's just like the Wizard of Oz. They was just a robot.
Great reveal ruined by such a bad effect. Like the second you look at them, like you see the way they move. Okay, that's not a guy. That's not a person.
It looked like Showbiz. I don't know if anybody knows who Showbiz Pizza is. Some people more accustomed to Chuck E. Cheese. I grew up on Showbiz. It's like when the curtain go back on Showbiz and you see the animatronics playing the instruments and singing.
You know what it is? Watching those, whenever they show the animatronic going, but they don't have the instrument in their hand.
Yeah. Hey, kids.
Yeah, that's what they look like. I'm like just watching them move. I'm like, that's not meant to. That's more than anything. That's not meant to convince you that it's a real individual.
Yeah,
that's the way it looks.
Yeah, it was an obvious ruse. basically, it's one of those moments where they tell everybody this. It was all a lie. So we did get some answers there. I mean, we did get some clarity there where now the TVA agents know that it's all.
Well, like, I was really disappointed because, like, you don't get to see that moment until after every other TVA agent is knocked out.
Yeah.
And so, like, the only person who, like, knows what's up at this point is the only person who's ever known what's up, which is Ravonna Renslayer.
Which is?
The chick running the TVA for the time, under the time.
So she know.
Yeah. In the comics, also known as the wife of Kang the Conqueror.
Okay.
And so, like,
she got a personal.
So
stake.
she's already, she's already in on it as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, that kind of makes sense now.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. So, like, I'm pissed that it's like she doesn't even have to do any cleanup. It's like, well, now that they know, they gotta go too.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's so clean on her end.
Yeah. So she brought him to the fake wizard.
Yeah.
It's
like I introduce you to the Wizard of Oz. What?
Quiet. The great and only wizard. Oh shit! Cut the commercial. This shit breaking. But anyway, we find out that that's all the rules. But it is something going on, and what's her name? Sylvie. It basically keeps what's her name? Ravonna, so she can find the truth out. So we should find the truth out in the next episode.
Yeah.
Loki is sent to somewhere else.
He gets pruned.
Yeah, which we never knew what that was.
Yeah.
I thought they just disintegrate the person. They just send them somewhere.
I guess they have so. Oh, God, there is a space in the Marvel universe that is perpetually out of time. I forget what they call it.
That's probably where they sent them.
I think that's where they're sending all of the variants they prune.
So yeah, and so he wake up and he see these other Lokis. Now I didn't know who the hell. Let's see if that.
Did you know that the
I didn't know who that these guys were, but I guess they all Lokis.
They're all Lokis, yeah.
And so does he? Let's see if I get that. For fuck's sake. Anyway, so all right, let's see if I can get this.
But you will be unless you come with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he is. Why the alligator got the horns, the Loki horns? And this guy, is this what Loki wear? Do he wear those underwear? Briefs?
I think he used to, yeah, in the old school comics.
So, wait a minute, is that a hammer?
Yeah. The whole Thor thing got a little out of hand at one point.
Are they these could be actors? Or are they actually Loki?
I think they're actual Loki variants.
Just from different
timelines.
So they could get a Tom Hiddleston from our world. They done that. Look, they did that in the old Spider-Man cartoon.
I know, that's exactly what I was thinking
and somebody's like, that would be so genius. Right. If the only Spider-Man they had got all these Spider-Mans, and they might do this in the new Spider-Man, so I hate to spoil this. They got all these Spider-Mans, and one of them didn't have powers, and they didn't ever they're like, what are you here for?
I just play Spider-Man on TV.
This one is what they didn't tell you that at first. And they was like, this one is he's like, this Spider-Man is special.
Yeah. The most special one of all.
Right.
He tells your story to me.
And then he was like, I'm an actor from our universe. That's kind of a cool way to break the fourth wall.
I always used to love that one just because I imagine like he got drunk one day and told somebody about that. Man, you got to lay off the drugs, dude.
But anyway, they got all these Lokis and wherever he got sent, and we're gonna see where they're gonna go. It's getting more interesting. I would say the last episode was more of a filler. Now I feel like we're going somewhere. We're running now.
Yeah.
First we was kind of sitting in the car. It's like, come on, man, get this bug moving.
God, I hate myself. We're in the end game now. Yeah.
I hate you too, so it's all good. But no,
fair. It's fair.
But no, the Lokis are together. I don't know what this means. Is this something in the comics? You know,
I have no clue.
but they played it like this is such a big deal though, and
I
I've seen
think-
people they got stuff about it online like breaking it down or whatever. I'm like, what's the breakdown?
Like you could, I guess if you just want to say this is what this Loki represents and this is what this Loki, I don't care.
Right, I'll just wait for it and see it.
You know, you got your campy cartoon villain Loki there. You know, I guess you got Kid Loki, which a lot of people are fond of because of the way they write him in the comics. Honestly, I would have rather he was the variant than Sylvie.
Mhm.
Just because Kid Loki is the most different version of Loki
Kid
in the
Loki.
comic. Well,
Sound like a rapper.
He's like Loki's reincarnation after Ragnarok,
Uh-huh.
and so he doesn't know he's Loki. He has a very different personality, and he actively doesn't want to go back to being Loki.
That,
And I think that would have worked well.
remember
for
that
this
scene we
narrative.
saw in the first trailer? We watched the trailer reaction. We thought that was Black
Oh.
Widow.
Yeah, and
That was
it's
actually
Sylvie. Yeah, I was like,
Told you. I told you.
ah.
Told you. She like I do. Anyway, seriously. So it's good. It's getting good.
Yeah.
It's hitting the ground running. I want to find out. Is this going to lead to Kang the Conqueror? And if they do that, it seems like it's going that direction. Because if this is his wife, that maybe she be like, you know, she gonna be like so scared that they like, if the person that's behind all this show up, that's your ass.
Yeah.
And so they make everybody like, who is this person? You know? So I think they're gonna kind of end it on that. And I can't see him showing up in this.
I don't
this
think he'll show up in this.
if you're gonna save him for the movies.
Yeah,
like he probably be the next
maybe
big
as
bad.
a post-credit thing where it's like they'll give you some hint that he's on his way.
Yeah, right.
Like maybe you'll see him scratching this as a viable plan and moving on.
But
to
how
something
much
else.
did they show what's the name before he just popped up?
I mean,
Thanos.
you get
They
that,
did show him in Guardian of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
A little just sitting in space in a chair.
Yeah,
It's like, boy, you better have where my shit at, boy. But
you know,
but I was thinking
but before
like,
that, all you got of him was that brief, over the shoulder grin.
yeah, which they was
And
gonna
then
do
you-
more. They
and
said,
then you got fine. I'll do it myself.
yeah, that.
You know.
So that's cool. But yeah, I want to see where it go.
Yeah.
I want to see if they lead to a movie with Kang the Conqueror.
Like I'd like him to be the next overarching big bad.
And they supposed to be using the old boy from Lovecraft Country as him. Did you not know
Really?
that?
No.
I forget his name. The main character,
Yeah.
Atticus.
Yeah.
I forget his real name.
I did. You know what? I did read about that.
Yeah, they cast him
Yeah.
already.
Okay.
So
You know what
is
the
he gonna be
only-
wearing blue face?
Sorry. You know what? The only thing I could think of, like, I'm picturing him as Kang, but it's just that scene when he's possessed in the basement. Get your black ass out my house!
Get out my house!
Get out of my home! Get out of my
But no, seriously.
but with his elf jumpsuit and his TV helmet with his blue face.
See, they can't give him the same outfit. I have gave this some thought. What is he gonna look like? I've been thinking about this. I don't know, but
Like,
you
I
can't.
don't think we're.
Let me
going
see
to
if
be-
I can find him real quick
Like-
because I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this. They. I don't know what they be thinking when they made.
Like, Kang is one of those old school comic characters that just resists. Like, I don't even know what he looks like in the modern day, but like he hasn't changed much, has he? Yeah, with his thigh high boots.
So this is his comic his
Like-
comic origin.
Like, look at that.
So
Look
I
at that
guess.
blouse.
Wait, hold on. So this what he look like underneath that with his thigh high boots. I'm mad he's sitting like that. Like, come on in, gentlemen. You know what? If you ain't gonna take this serious, I can't even do this.
Oh my god.
So this is people little photo. This is the
oh.
Photoshop. It don't look too bad. This is the Photoshop.
You know, it's not so much of a TV style helmet. You know,
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Now it look like a He-Man character.
I'm hoping the suit looks
See-
more like a spacesuit type thing. Because with the billowy blousey tunic and the thigh high boots, Like this man looked like he raided Prince's closet and took the worst things he possibly could out of there.
Yeah. So what people say? Conqueror can't be black. He's blue. So I'm like, yeah. It's no, ain't he could be anybody.
Yeah.
He could be Asian. He could be anybody. He's
So,
a blue dude.
So here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. So I know that he's descended from Reed Richards.
Oh.
So what's Reed?
Well, I mean, this is the perfect chance to change the ethnicity of Reed Richards.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to hear the hate on that. Reed Richards can't be black.
Dog, if
Black people can't stretch.
If they cast a black dude as Reed Richards, you see how they act against Johnny Storm. Yeah. Johnny Storm is like, I mean, is he a beloved character? I mean, I guess some people like him, but not like that. He never had his own comic for a reason because he's just a character.
You know, I don't remember people being that mad when they made Wally black.
Wally, in the show,
yeah,
because Iris is black.
Yeah, like no one was. They
probably was making a big fuss.
I don't know. Like I guess
it's TV.
They did
show.
change that in the comics before they changed it in the TV show, though. So that's
whatever. Well, it's just the whole point.
Like I'm just waiting.
Over
I'm just
the
waiting,
dumbest
man.
stuff. But this is a perfect opportunity to have Idris Elba as Reed Richards.
Hey, get it?
He old enough now.
Yeah.
They waited him out when he was 35 trying to do this. They were like, ooh, maybe it's not that time. Well, he's 50 now.
Though, maybe not go that route because I don't want to hear his American accent no more.
Yeah, you know what? He lost a lot of it. Originally, it was good, and then he stopped working on it because he just got so famous.
Because I don't know if you saw that Concrete Cowboy movie.
I haven't seen that.
His accent is still like you can tell he's doing his best American accent.
Yeah,
and he's trying to do a Texan accent, but man, when that Brixton come out of him, man.
Yeah, I've heard him in other stuff like. You ain't even trying no more.
Yeah.
Like he was be American and other stuff.
Yeah.
I seen like straight to DVD. And it's like he's not even trying no more. It's like if you ain't trying no more, then I ain't in it.
Like, and he had a good accent in American Gangster. I don't know what happened.
And what's that? The Wire.
Yeah.
So anyway,
what happened?
Because he ain't trying no more. He ain't got to. So anyway, that's our review for Loki episode 4. We're back next week for episode 5 review. But if you like our videos, please subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up if you like our content, and
don't forget to comment.
Yes.
And while you're subscribing, and we appreciate that, hit that bell icon. That way you get alerted anytime we post a video or if we go live.
Yes, we are out of here.
Peace.
Peace.